Okay, when you think about B2B marketing, what's the first name that comes to mind? For pretty much everyone, it's LinkedIn. It's the undisputed king, right? The go-to tool for companies trying to connect with other companies. But today, we're not just going to talk about using LinkedIn. We're going to talk about how LinkedIn uses its own marketing mastery on you.
Because here's the big kind of inception level question we're digging into. What if the most brilliant marketing campaign on LinkedIn is LinkedIn's own campaign for LinkedIn? It's a wild thought, right? What if they built the ultimate B2B machine by first becoming the ultimate B2B marketer? Let's unpack that.
So here's our game plan. We'll start by looking at why they are the B2B social king. Then we'll dive into their secret sauce, the power of precision. From there, we'll crack open their own marketer's playbook, look at the hard evidence and the proof in the numbers, and finally, see how this all locks together into this incredible self-reinforcing machine.
All right, section 1, the B2B social king. So to really get LinkedIn's strategy, you first have to understand the insane scale they're operating at. This isn't just another big platform. It's a global institution.
Let's just start with this number, 590 million. That's how many professional members are on the platform, scattered across more than 200 countries. I mean, just let that sink in. This isn't just a social network. It's more like a digital nation-state of talent, capital, and business opportunities.
But here's the thing. It's not just about the sheer number of members. It's about their quality and their influence. A massive 80% of them, we're talking 4 out of every 5, are the ones driving business decisions. You know, the managers, directors, VPs, and C-suite execs. These are the exact people B2B marketers are desperate to get in front of.
Okay, so you've got this huge audience of decision makers, but are they even paying attention? Oh yeah. The platform's content feed pulls in an incredible 9 billion views every single week. And this isn't just mindless scrolling. It's a highly engaged professional audience actively looking at content about their own industries.
So what happens when you combine all that scale and all that engagement? You get total market domination. Among B2B companies that use social media, an unbelievable 94% of them are on LinkedIn. It's not just another channel in the mix. For a whole generation of marketers, it is the channel. That, my friends, is what it means to be the king.
Now for section 2. See, this dominance doesn't just come from being the biggest playground. It comes from being the smartest. And this is where we see LinkedIn's real secret weapon, the power of precision.
This right here is LinkedIn's secret sauce. While other platforms are targeting you based on, your interests or basic demographics, LinkedIn targets you based on your career. Marketers can zero in on users by industry, company size, job title, seniority, specific skills, even how many years of experience you have. So you're not just shouting into the void, you're whispering directly into the ear of the exact person you need to reach.
But, all these advantages don't just sell themselves. And that brings us to the heart of our story, LinkedIn's own playbook for selling its marketing machine. And here is that whole inception idea laid out perfectly. On the one hand, LinkedIn is the platform. It's the digital space where all this business happens. But on the other hand, it has the playbook, a masterclass in B2B marketing that it uses to convince businesses like yours that its platform is absolutely essential.
Now, the team inside the company that runs this playbook is called LinkedIn Business Solutions. You could almost think of them as internal consultants. Their entire job is to partner up with businesses and guide them through the whole process of creating, launching, and tracking their campaigns on the platform.
And their sales pitch is just brilliant because it's so complete. They don't just sell ads, they sell an entire business ecosystem. The promise is basically this: use our platform to market to your audience. Then use our tools to sell to them. Then use our network to hire the best talent. And finally, use our courses to train them. It's a closed loop, an all-in-one solution for your business.
Of course, a great playbook doesn't mean anything without results. And that brings us to section 4, where they provide the proof in the numbers, using real-world success stories.
A perfect example, American Express. Their goal was to reach small and medium-sized business owners down in Australia. And as their own team said, LinkedIn's targeting was the absolute key, helping them find the right people and engage them with the right content. And the result? An incredible 22% of the leads they generated from LinkedIn converted into actual paying customers. I mean, in the marketing world, that is a phenomenal conversion rate, and it just proves the power of that precision targeting.
And this playbook, it doesn't just work for huge corporations. Take Utah State University, for example. They use the platform to recruit new graduate students. And again,
Their marketer gave all the credit to that precise targeting, saying it made it possible to reach and engage with the precise audience we needed.
So what was their return on investment? Get this, a staggering 20 to 1. For every single dollar they spent on their LinkedIn campaign, they got $20 back in value. These are exactly the kinds of success stories that LinkedIn puts front and center in its own marketing.
And all of this leads us to our final section, where we see how all of these pieces click together to create this powerful, self-reinforcing machine. It's a thing of beauty.
So here's how LinkedIn masterfully closes the loop. It gives customers a powerful tool called Campaign Manager. Now, this isn't just a dashboard for buying ads. It's a performance tracker that shows customers exactly what their return on investment is in real time. It gives them the hard data they need to justify spending even more money.
And the results of this whole strategy, they're undeniable. I mean, the growth metrics just speak for themselves. Membership is up 26%, revenue doubled in a single year, and user sessions are soaring by 41%. This isn't just a machine that's running, it's a flywheel that's spinning faster and faster.
And that brings us to the core takeaway of this entire explainer. The reason LinkedIn is such a dominant B2B marketing platform is precisely because it is itself a masterful B2B marketer. It built the perfect tool. Then it wrote the perfect playbook to sell that tool. And then it created a system to prove its own value, endlessly. It's a really powerful lesson. LinkedIn doesn't just ask customers to trust that it works, it gives them the tools to prove it to themselves, creating this unbreakable feedback loop. Which leaves us with one final critical question for you to think about in your own business. LinkedIn has perfected the art of proving its value. So how are you proving yours?